Hello, audio engineering students. Okay, this is part 2 of Unit 2, Assignment 2. So, Assignment 2 is the Audacity assignment for Unit 2, and that's what these videos are going to be going through. And for Assignment 2, there's 2 parts to the video. The first part already went through creating a tone, phasing the tones, moving the tones around. This part teaches you how to remove noise from a track, which you're going to be doing more throughout the course. So I want to make sure that you know exactly what to do on this one. But if you haven't done part 1 yet, you really do need to do part 1 before you'll be able to do this part. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up Audacity. If you don't have Audacity installed on your computer, then you need to go back to the videos called Installing Audacity and Course Resources and things like that. Now, we are going to open up a file. We're going to need to import a file for this one. So you're going to go to Import and Audio, and you're going to find your course resources. You know where you put those. I put those in my audio engineering file, and we created a file called Course Resources. And we're in Section 1. Despite the fact that we're in Unit 2, remember that Unit 2 corresponds to Section 1. We're going to take the file called Remove Noise. Just tell it OK. And notice what happens when we do that. We import a file here, and this file has got this kind of stuff going on. What's this? Well, this is music. So let's hear it for a second. Alright, so as you're listening to this, what you're noticing is that there's a lot of excess sound. This is an older recording, and older recordings, because we were using analog, a lot of them tend to have this extra sound going on. I mean, honestly, when music recording started, they didn't have the tools to fix this like we do now. So what we want to do now is we want to find a piece of this track that's just noise, that isn't any music, because as soon as we add the music in, Audacity is going to think that if we call that music noise, it's going to pull the music out. What we want to do is listen for just the noise part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by zooming in on this track. And I know there was some noise here at the very beginning. So I'm going to click all the way back to the back and play again. Ah, see, hear that little bit of noise that's right up in here? Let's zoom in some more. I want to see how far that part that's just noise and not sound goes. Okay, I'm hearing it to about the 0.7 mark. Let's hear what happens if I zoom in just a little more and see if I'm correct. Maybe 0.6 even. Now the tricky thing here is that the more noise we capture, the better Audacity is going to be able to filter out other noise, but there's very few parts of this track that are actually just noise. So you gotta kind of get it as exact as possible. I'm going to zoom in just a little more, and then I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning and try one more time here. Okay. I feel that if I'm looking at the 0.6 mark here, just basically 6 milliseconds if you can believe it, if I go maybe even to the halfway between, 0.65, let's try one more time. And let's watch what happens when we get to 0.65 here. I think we can go as far as 0.65 almost. So we're going to call this 0.65 area where we hear just noise. No music, just noise. So then what do I want to do? I want to use my selection tool, and I am going to go from slightly behind the 0.6, see that in front of? And I'm going to capture up until the sound starts at about the 0.1 mark there. Okay, I'm going to highlight that. Now I'm going to go to Effect, and yours is either going to say Noise Removal or Noise Reduction, depending on which version of the software you have. Mine says Noise Reduction. You're going to click Noise Reduction. Now this isn't going to take the noise out. This is a 2-part process. What happens now is I want to get the noise profile. So I'm telling Audacity that this piece is noise. And I want you to consider this, get the electronic profile, all the little electronic stuff that you see here. And in your Audacity brain, call this noise, okay? Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to put this profile on top of the whole track. And I want you to pull all that junk out. So I want you to click Get Noise Profile. Now it's done that. Okay, so next, what do I need to do? Now I need to highlight the whole track. So I'm going to zoom out, I'm going to escape, and I'm just going to click twice. And that should highlight my whole track. I'm going to zoom out a little more here even. And see how my whole track's highlighted there? Okay, now I'm going to go back and hit Effect, Noise Reduction, and I'm going to hit OK. Not Get Noise Profile this time. I'm going to hit OK. Now let's watch what happens. Head on back to the beginning, and let's listen. Ah, there's a lot less noise. Ooh, that's better, but I'm not 100% happy with that. I want to take a little more noise out. So I'm going to zoom in again. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my microphone's being weird. I'm not 100% happy with that. It's a lot better, but I want a little more noise out. So I'm going to listen again. So let's try again. Okay, I'm still hearing some noise there at the beginning. Maybe to the 0.5 mark now. Okay, I'm still hearing some noise there at the beginning. Sorry, I'm clicking in and out of microphones here, so I'm not sure what all you guys are getting in the video. So if you're getting doubles, just ignore me. I'm still hearing some noise up to the 0.5 mark. Now, when I'm playing this, you're not hearing it. Just play it on your own. You'll hear it too. So I'm going to listen one more time. Yeah, again, up until that about 0.5, 0.6 mark, there's still a little more noise. So let's go ahead and do the same thing again. Right here at about 0.6, I'm going to highlight to about 0.3 this time, maybe right here. See where you can see if you zoom in, you see the little bars there. You actually see how there's sound. That's noise. So let's do it again. Effect, Noise Reduction, and let's get the noise profile. Zoom out. Highlight the whole thing. Effect, Noise Reduction, OK. All right, let's go back to the beginning again and see if it's any better. I'm going to zoom out a little more. All right, that's a lot better. Let's try one more time. Why not? We've got the time here. So again, if I back it up, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to play it one more time here. Okay, right about this 0.6 mark here is where I'm hearing a little more noise. So I'm going to zoom in again. And now I'm zoomed in so much I'm going to have to scroll over. You can see at the top where I'm down to 0.5 milliseconds here. So one more time I'm going to play. Yeah, it goes by so fast. So at this point, I could call it. I could say, yeah, that's a lot of noise removal, but I'm not quite, I'm a picky person. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab it right before this 0.6 mark. Okay, just this tiny little piece here. All right, here we go. I'm going to grab it right before this 0.6 because I've got this teeny tiny little bit of noise that's bugging me. Right there. Noise reduction. Get noise profile. Oh, and now it's saying it's too short. So when that happens, at this point now, there's not a lot left I can do. This is probably as much noise as I can get out. So now what do you need to do? First up, save project as, and you can save this wherever you're saving your stuff. And as you know from my other videos, I'm saving this in examples. This is for Unit 2, and I'm going to save this as remove noise. Okay, now what happens? I'm going to close out Audacity. I'm going to go over to my course files, Audio Engineering, Examples, and now you notice, uh-oh, where did it go? Unit 2, there it is. Okay, remove noise data and remove noise. I want these, I'm going to try to zip these two together, so I'm going to create a new folder here this time, and I'm going to call this folder remove noise. And I move this remove noise file, and the remove noise to the folder called remove noise. The reason I'm doing that is because I need to have all of these assignment. So now I'm going to right click on remove noise, and I'm going to send to compressed folder. In the meantime, I'm also going to create another folder called tones, and one called audio. The reason I'm doing this is because every one of these files has to be zipped, and for me, I don't want to zip 1,000 files. I'm going to zip 3. You could even probably zip all these 3 together. I'm going to phase tones Audacity file and put it in the phase tones folder. The phase tones data file and put that in the phase tones folder. Double check and make sure they both ended up in there. Perfect. I'm going to take the Octaves Audacity file and put it in the Octaves folder. As data file and put it in the Octaves folder. So now check and see. Folder has both. Phase Tones folder has both. Remove Noise folder has both. I already zipped Remove Noise, so now I want to zip Octaves. Send to, compressed, there it is. Zip Phased Tones, send to, compressed. And you'll see I have 3 zipped files. These are the ones I'm going to upload. So now I'm going to walk you through uploading these real quickly. We're going to do this every time. And you notice I pulled both. I pulled the Audacity file and the data file. If I don't have both, remember what I've talked about, I cannot possibly grade this. You have to send me both. All right, go up to Tools, Assignments, or you can just go over to Unit 2. Scroll on down to the Unit 2, Assignment 2. Click on the drop box. Now what I want you to do is I want you to upload all 3 of these zipped folders. So notice I'm going to go to Audio Engineering Examples, Unit 2. I'm going to do Octaves zipped folder, Phased Tones zipped folder, and Remove Noise zipped folder. If you don't do the zipped folders, they're going to be too big for this Dropbox. If you have all 3 of these items, then you're going to pass this assignment as long as you've done exactly what I showed you to do. Once you're done, click Submit. You're not going to see me do that because I don't want to have to grade my own work. And that's it for Assignment 1. Unit 2, Assignment 2, I'm sorry. Next up, you're going to move into Unit 3. You want to do Unit 3, Assignment 1 on your own. And again, you can mostly Google it. And then you want to do Unit 3, Assignment 2 with me on the videos. All right, great job, guys.